A man gets into a pretty intense car accident that causes his car to split in half. Hey guys, I'm Court McGinley. In the last video, Landon asked you guys, what do you think about gun control? And this is what you guys said. Today I'm going to ask you, what is your biggest fear? Let me know down below. Personally, I think mine would be spiders. I don't know, I find them a little creepy. I don't have arachnophobia or anything, but I'm just not too fond of them. So our first story is about a man from Winter Haven, Florida, who was driving in his sports car when it collided with a tree. Check out this pic. Yeah, I can't imagine anyone surviving a car accident like this, and his car was split in half, yet somehow he survived. Luckily, he was buckled in, and doctors are saying that's the reason he survived. He was airlifted to a hospital where he had no life-threatening injuries. Cops are looking into the story to see if the man can be charged with anything, such as speed or maybe reckless driving. The roads were wet, so that is being taken into consideration as well. So before I get into any more stories, I have some updates for you guys. The first one is about Hurricane Joaquin. It's currently over the Bahamas. There has been heavy rain and potential flooding. The U.S. National Hurricane Center has called for a state of emergency. And taking a look at these updated pictures, experts believe this is the path of the hurricane, and if they're right, it's going to miss the east coast and hopefully die off in the Atlantic Ocean. By Sunday, it should drop down to a Category 2 storm. The second update is about the gunman who opened fire in Oregon State Community College. The gunman was identified as 26-year-old Chris Mercer. He opened fire singling out Christians. Chris walked into one of the classrooms and he said, "I've been waiting for this for years." He told this to the professor teaching the class and then shot the professor point blank. Everyone in the classroom dropped to the ground, and as he was reloading his gun, he ordered the students to stand up and ask them if they were Christians. And he said, "Good, because you're Christians, you're gonna see God in a couple seconds." This story is still developing, and I'll keep you guys updated. So in our next story, do you remember how I just told you guys I was scared of spiders? Well, this has a lot to do with it. Li Meng from China was terrified, thinking she was becoming possessed when she started to hear scratching noises coming from the inside of her head. She soon started to suffer from frequent ear pain, and at night she would hear these weird noises. Li eventually convinced herself she was becoming possessed because she recently ate some berries on a hiking trip that were growing over a tomb. Soon enough, she had no choice. She was in so much pain, she had to go to the hospital, and when she did, doctors discovered this. That, my friends, is a little spider, and yes, it's still alive. Living deep in her ear canal, and it was even spinning itself a little web to call home. Doctors did try to remove the spider, but this little guy, he was so cozy, he didn't want to leave, so he started reacting violently. But eventually, they were able to catch him with some syrup. Insects in the ear, unfortunately, they're not uncommon. I've talked about them before on this channel. Bugs, just stay away from our ears. We don't want you. So next I have a story about bunnies. Playboy bunnies, that is. And of course, Justin Bieber's involved. I know, you guys don't like to hear about the Biebs, but this one involves a playmate, so maybe that makes it a little bit more tolerable. Stunning Playboy model, 22-year-old Sarah Harris said that the Biebs was groping her boobs at the end of the summer bash at the mansion. And once he did that, she backhanded him across the face. And as you guys can assume, Bieber, he didn't react well to this. He flipped out, Kylie Jenner flipped her the middle finger, and then security escorted them out. Apparently all celebs are hanging at the mansion these days. But, you know, I guess Justin realized the error of his ways, and he popped back over to the mansion a few days later to apologize. Sarah said that she and Justin are still in contact, and now everything's okay. Finally, I'm going to talk to you guys about something that's become quite controversial. Meet Barbie. Now I admit, when I first heard this story, I thought it was pretty extreme for a Barbie doll. But after learning a bit more about it, I realized it's pretty educational for kids. This brunette doll is based on the measurements of the average 19-year-old American woman and demonstrates what happens during puberty. The whole point of this doll is so it tells young girls what to expect when that time comes. And it also helps parents to bring up the conversation. The plastic doll comes complete with 18 color pads and panty liner stickers, menstruation calendar, a spare pair of underwear, and an educational pamphlet. Nicolay Lamb explains that this should help girls in understanding that this is a healthy and natural process. They explain that they love the fact they could make their dolls look more original and more lifelike. Well, that's all the stories I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed them. Hope you guys enjoyed the stories. You guys can like, subscribe, comment, tell your friends. We have some new stories over here for you guys, and I hope you guys are enjoying the beginning of your weekend. Bye, guys.